Can you see this? Can you smell? I wish you had smell-o-vision. Delicious. Oh, it's so good. Hello. How are you? Welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Wendy, your chaos coordinator, and tonight we're making chicken tetrazzini. It's a family favorite. We used to make it with turkey, leftover turkey after Thanksgiving, but tonight I'm going to make it with leftover chicken. So grab your spoon, grab a chair, and let's get cooking. Meet you on the other side. Okay, so step one is mushrooms. So in a large skillet, we're going to melt the butter and cook the mushrooms until they're tender, about 10 minutes on medium to medium high heat. And you're going to keep an eye on them because mushrooms are like toddlers. Turn your back for a second and they're going to do something weird. Stir them occasionally until they soften up and they smell amazing. Don't crowd the mushrooms or they'll steam and not brown. So mushrooms like their personal space. So this is going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. And then we're going to go and move on to the roux time. So remember high school home ec? Some of you are twitching because that class made you make pancakes from scratch at 7 a.m. But trust me, a roux is simple. We're going to sprinkle in 3 tablespoons of flour, stirring until everything is coated. And then comes the most important part. We are going to slowly add in 2 cups of chicken broth. But don't dump it all in like you're late for class. We're going to go slow and we're going to stir constantly. Otherwise, guess what? Congratulations, you've invented wallpaper paste. So we're going to keep stirring on medium to medium high heat for about 5 minutes until this thickens. And this is the most important, this is really the moment most people panic because they're like, oh no, we're going to mess it up. But listen, as long as you don't stop stirring, you're golden, literally. So here I am. You can just see I'm just going to keep making those figure 8s just to keep everything going across. And we will end up with a nice, lovely roux here in just a minute. All right, so now you can see we've made this nice golden sauce. It's nice and thick, and now it's time to add the cream and the flavors. So now we're going to slowly add in that 3/4 cup cream. Wee, ay, ay. And once we stir that in, there we go, that's the good stuff. Once that's mixed in, we're going to turn the heat off because the sauce doesn't need any more heat. It just needs our love. So the next thing we're going to add is the parsley. Now I chopped that whole bit of parsley that I showed earlier, but I reserved half of it. So this is just 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley. The other part we're going to put on top of the dish right before we put it in for baking. We'll save the rest. And then in goes 3 tablespoons of cooking sherry. It smells almost sweet, like we're making something fancy. Really, it's just comfort food right here in the kitchen. All right, once that is stirred in, we're gonna do our spices. So we wanna add the salt and the pepper and the nutmeg. And you know me, guess how many shakes I'm putting in? Oh, I bet y'all know. And for the pepper, I want it to coat the entire top of this, so just a nice light layer. So I'm just going to go all the way around. So it really is a little bit more than 12 shakes, if you know what I mean. And then we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. Don't dump that jar in on accident unless you want nutmeg tetrazzini, which I do not recommend. So I only had a 1/4 teaspoon, so I had to do some math on this one and put in just a half of that 1/4 to make an 1/8.
Science. No, math. We're doing math in the kitchen. Now comes the chicken. I used about 3 cups of the shredded. Once I shredded the rotisserie chicken, it was basically 3/4 of a rotisserie. Haha. The best part about rotisserie chicken, you don't have to cook it. The worst part, keeping yourself from eating it and half the skin while you're shredding it. No judgment though if you do. All right, next step, pasta. Now it's the fun part. Cooked spaghetti. Add just a little bit of a time. Drop in about 1/4 of the noodles. Then we're going to fold them in and then repeat. And folding them in helps coat them so they're all in that lovely mushroom chicken sauce and making magic. Yep, your noodles are going to try to rebel. They clump, they stick, and they want to jump all in the pan at once, like college kids in a hot tub. But stay strong, my friends. Fold, fold, fold. That's how you get every strand soaked in flavor. Yeah, you can see me working here, but trust me, it's worth it. This step is where you go from a pile of spaghetti into something that actually looks like Tetrazini. And now we're ready to assemble and bake. So grab your casserole dish. Mine is a lasagna pan. And then we're going to spray with oil. And I'm going to pour that pasta and chicken mixture in to that pan and spread it evenly. You'll see I'm going to change my camera angle here so you guys can get a good view of the pour. So there we go. Pour that stinker in there, make it all nice and even. And then I'm going to top that with that 1 cup of shredded parm and the reserved parsley. And we'll pop it in the oven for 350 degrees for about 35 minutes. Don't worry about covering it. Parmesan does not brown easily.
All right. Put your spoon down and get your fork out because I'm about to pull this thing out of the oven. Oh, it smells so good. Chicken Tetrazzini. Here we come. Oh, the Parmesan and the chicken and cheese. Here we go. So many fun things, but I really want to eat it. So let's get to eating. Let's cut this sucker up. It's time, it's time, it's time to eat. Meet you at the table. All right, guys, there you have it. We made chicken tetrazzini together. Yay! And now it's my turn to dig in. Hey, if you like this video, would you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and then comment if you make this meal and let me know what you think of it. Maybe next time I'll try it your way. All right, so stay tuned for a Zen moment. Now it's my turn to dig in. Chicken tetrazzini, here I come. Delish. All right, see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping our channel grow, grow, grow. We'll see you later. Bye. Right, hubby? Hubby waves bye. Right, buddy? It's your birthday. All right, birthday boy. You'll see a couple of shots from Buddy having his birthday. All right, talk to you later, everybody. Bye. Stay tuned for Zen. Bye. Shh.